out to Lindsay for the question. Thanks for the comment. So today's topic, what differences I experienced in my training on a raw vegan diet versus cooked vegan diet. Now, just to give you a quick overview about my journey, if you're new to this channel, welcome. So I went vegan. I've been vegan for almost a year, and I started researching more about nutrition and health. And then I went raw vegan for 5.5 years. And in the last year of being a raw vegan, I developed some sort of an autoimmune disease, and I started eating cooked food again. So as of now, for the last year and a half almost, I try to be high raw most of the time, but I also include cooked foods in my diet. So during all the time, I've been working out consistently, doing bodybuilding style of training, and I started doing CrossFit while I was a raw vegan, and I like the combination of both worlds actually. Now back to the topic. So I'm going to break it down to, I believe, the 4 most important things we should cover about this topic, and these are performance during workouts, strength, recovery, and energy overall. So let's get into it. As for my performance, to my surprise, there wasn't a big difference. I was performing pretty much the same both on 100% raw food and a regular vegan diet. Now, here are a few things I noticed. When I was a raw vegan, I usually felt more energetic and light, and even if I ate close to the workout, like an hour before, I would still be okay. The food digests really fast and you feel light, you feel like you're ready to go. Now, if I eat cooked food before a workout, it needs to be at least an hour and a half to 2 hours before the workout, because it takes longer time to digest, and if it doesn't digest well or it's still in my stomach, it tends to affect my performance during the workout. I move slower, I feel heavier, but if I give my body enough time to digest the food before the workout, the performance is the same. I haven't noticed any differences. By the way, that's also another reason why I like to train on an empty stomach, or to simply eat fruit before a workout as like a pre-workout meal if I feel that I need it. Moving on to the strength. So I consistently developed my strength and pushed my body to lift heavier successfully, both on raw food and cooked food. But here's the thing. With cooked food, I feel it's easier to know what you need to eat in order to create a balanced menu for yourself. Whereas with raw foods, especially if you're new to this lifestyle, it can be tricky. I made a lot of mistakes at the early stages of my journey until I learned what a balanced diet looks like, and I didn't provide all the things my body needed right from the beginning. So only the beginning of the journey I saw very slow results on raw foods. But once I figured out that I need more greens, that I need more fats, and can't live only on fruits, the strength has improved much easily, and I've seen results exactly the same rate as I see on cooked food. You need to understand that living just on fruits won't cut it. I see lots of people promoting fruit diet only for best performance, but it didn't work for me. I needed those leafy greens, I needed more fat in my diet, and I don't support the 80-10-10 method so much, but that's a topic for another video. So to sum up the strength point, I saw the same results both on raw foods and cooked foods. And by the way, if you do eat a balanced diet and don't see results, then maybe there is some other issue, like you're not pushing yourself hard enough in the gym, or maybe you're not sleeping enough for your body to recover. Now let's talk about the next point. Here's the thing about recovery. The 2 things that help me recover a lot faster are not related to the diet I was eating so much. And these are, number 1, sleep, making sure I sleep well and enough hours. And number 2, my mobility routine. If I neglected the mobility part, it took me longer to recover. Now, if you're wondering, my mobility routine includes massaging the sore or tight muscles, opening range of motion, and doing some light movement. For example, if I had back squats yesterday and now I feel really sore and everything is tight, I would do some short sets of bodyweight squats today just to move a little and get some blood flowing to the area. And it really helps. Now, the diet of course also has an impact on our recovery. But one thing I would say about the diet aspect is that I believe I didn't see much difference in my recovery between being a raw vegan versus eating cooked foods is because even the way I eat now, incorporating cooked food in my diet, I make sure to eat clean, mostly whole foods, and I make sure to get all the nutrients, everything my body needs. So I think that also has something to do with why I didn't see a big difference. Whether you're a raw vegan or vegan, the most important thing I would suggest about the diet for recovery is to have a variety in your diet and eat foods that are rich in nutrients to help your body fight the inflammation and rebuild the tissues that were damaged during the workout. Now, as for the energy overall during the day, that's where I felt the difference. It's not huge, but I'd say I feel if I eat raw food, the energy level is usually high and stable, and when I eat a cooked meal, the energy level goes down, and then after a while, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, it goes back up again. And if I eat a large meal, it may take even longer than that. I can say I also feel more alert and focused after a raw meal, so it's definitely noticeable. These are the differences I felt in my training. As you can see, I haven't experienced huge differences between eating 100% raw and eating a whole food vegan diet. I think both of them work really well, and you should definitely test and see what works best for you and how sustainable it is for your lifestyle and the location you live in. Let me know if you have any questions or any other topics you'd like me to cover. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't joined the family already. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.